have Gaurav Taneja on the broadcast as well. Very quickly, Gaurav Taneja, have you been able to wrap your head around the fact that it all happened within 59 seconds, that the takeoff takes place, of course, after clearance, after a go-ahead, and then a mayday call from the pilots?
Swati, first of all, very sad to hear this news. Actually, if you are taking off, the aircraft will show you the message if there is any severe error in the flight or on the systems, and it will ask you to reject the takeoff till there is, like, you have rotated the aircraft off the runway. So aircraft has taken off. That means there was no indication or warning from the aircraft itself. So the pilots continues. If there is any minor warning which does not affect the safety of the flight, takeoff is a critical phase. The aircraft systems inhibit that warning, and it says that, okay, let the pilots take off. This is not anything major. Let him reach a safe altitude of 4,000 or 5,000 feet, and then I will flash him this error so that pilot, if they want to, they can turn back and come and land safely at the departure airport. So there was no such warning at the takeoff. So that means there was no major error in the aircraft or the systems. Aircraft took off. Usually, Swati, anything regular, you just take off, you cross 100 feet or 400 feet, and you put the autopilot on. And in this case, I don't know whether the pilots had the time to do that. The landing gear was up. Usual procedure is you take off, you see there's a positive rate of flying, the other pilot calls that off, and he takes the gear up. The gears were left down, indicating that right after takeoff, there was some emergency. The pilots were distracted. They were trying to solve that problem. There was no time or the fall to take the landing gear up because there was no positive rate of flying. The aircraft was sinking down around 400 feet per minute. We have trained in the simulator. We have done so many exercises after takeoff, so many emergencies. We have never practiced a dual engine failure if it is after a takeoff. And once you're taking off from a city that is in the heart of the city, there are buildings in front of you. You can't do anything. If there is a desert or a plain farmland, I can still go and try to land the aircraft on that field, but there's buildings and there's houses and highways. What do? I have no training on that. I have been through such situations. The instructor simulates that just to tell the pilots how scary it can be. And at the end, the pilots, the instructor freezes the sim. And we're like, thank God it's a sim. But what if it's a real aircraft? It's a pilot's nightmare. The both engines are not responding.
Right.
It doesn't seem like a stall because the angle of attack was not that high. Doesn't seem like a compressor stall as far as I can see, because in a compressor stall, you don't lose the entire power. So if you're taking off with 100 and this is 0, if you have a compressor stall, you still get 30% power or 40% power from the engine. The engine doesn't become dead. And if everything goes wrong, the aircraft is still certified to fly with one engine. At least it can circle and come back and land. So it is very unfortunate. Everybody is thinking what has gone wrong.
Absolutely.
Something we have never seen in the aviation industry.
That says a lot, that the experts of the field are shocked. The experts are saying this is an aircraft that has been described as uncrashable.